beautiful. David, with all the playing that you do you practice too, or don't you feel you need to?
I don't practice
Seriously?
anymore. Not anymore, no.
Before you have to play something, you don't even run through it?
I practice. Oh, sometimes I run through it, but not really to play it. I run through it like, for instance, I've never played the song in this key before.
Oh my God.
So I just kind of went, I better practice it.
Oh my God. And do you have a piano in both places where you live?
We only live in one place now. We downsized. We're just in
I
Connecticut.
understand.
And because we had our apartment in New York and we used it 15 nights in 7 years.
Oh.
So we figured, I once had a piano student when I was in college, and her mother said, "How many months before my son plays as well as you do?" And I said, "Well, if he really practices, 500."
That's amazing.
48 years. Yeah.
Reading music is something that just is like reading an English sentence.
Yes, and in fact, I couldn't understand when I was a kid why people couldn't look at a page of music and read it. That's just something that I had.
And a score that has so many different instruments to sing.
Well, then I have to work, but I mean, when I conducted the Disney movies,
Right,
I
was
had
that
to learn
fun?
them. Oh, the Disney movies were totally
But
fun.
you've been in pits too.
Yes, yeah,
Broadway
a lot of
pits.
Broadway pits.
Well, I
yes,
mean,
yes,
how's
yes.
that?
I loved it. I mean, right now, I think 8 times a week, but I loved doing it. I loved music directing, but I gave it up because I thought I want to speak in my own voice. And when you music direct, you have to completely get inside the person's music. So Alan Menken was very crucial to my career. I did all, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Pocahontas, Hunchback. And at one point during the rehearsals in Houston for Beauty and the Beast Broadway, I said to him, I'm making a fortune here, but I'm so depressed. And he said, I'm going to shoot myself in the foot right now. He said, I'm depressed. You're depressed because you're one of the few people who's supposed to be doing what I'm doing. And if I were you, I'd advise you, take 3 years and phase me out of your career.
That's very generous.
Very generous.
So it's like you were painting and you were a painter in a framing company.
Exactly.
And so you got to make your own
And so I
things.
enjoyed that stuff, but now I'm working on 4 new shows, and
Which is incredible.
Yeah,
And that's some process. In New York City, there's that building in like the 50s where there's 1 million shows going on, and 1 million times it's like Grand Central Station, and producers come. So many dreams. That's what the energy of the city is. But you've had success in that realm, and that is unbelievable to me.
Yeah, it just, I'm always an accident, like my pop hits and my theater stuff and stuff like that. It just, I just do the next thing.
But you get up to bat every day.
Yes.
You really do. Do you pitch yourself, or does someone pitch you?
Well, I don't pitch myself very well, so
it's the harder part.
as I say, it's just an accident. Like I wrote the song, and I sent it to Diana Ross, and they sent it back saying, they send the songs back and they say, "This is thank you for submitting, but this is not up to this hit quality." And it's clear they didn't listen.
Right.
And I have a friend who just did an experiment, and she sent a tape with Simon and Garfunkel singing "Bridge Over Troubled Waters" and Whitney Houston singing "The Greatest Love of All." And they wrote back, "We don't feel that these songs are his but then I was doing Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat on Broadway, and the producer's assistant asked if she could sit in the pit. And I said, sure, just wear black and watch. We became friends. She became one of the first producers when Regis and Kathy Lee went national. Her associate, Harriet, was married to Scott, who was Diana Ross's publicist. So they passed it down the road, and Diana said, I want to do this, and I had a quadruple platinum hit.
So it is, but to win it, you've got to be in it. You didn't sit at home. Like the joke about the guy who prays fervently every day, "Dear God, let me win lotto. Please, please, please let me win lotto. Oh, please, please," year after year after year. And one day, the voice of God absolutely comes and says, "Abe, work with me. Buy a ticket." So, you buy your ticket every day.
You also have to take tremendous rejection. There's a wonderful, I learned this from people who are very successful in doing on-camera commercials. It's called the no, 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 yes theory. They say that the average person who's successful, very successful in commercials, does 200 auditions to 1 booking. Wow. So you go out and you collect no's. You say, I had a great day today. I got 8 no's, only 192 to go. And so you just keep. I've learned also, it's one thing about anxiety. The work that I do in Thought Exchange, I go, we have sensations in our body, and we make up things about them based on our childhood. So I understand that every time I pick up the phone to make some sort of difficult call, I have a sensation. I used to think that meant I'm stupid, I'm terrible, they're going to yell at me, they're going to whatever. No, it just means I have a sensation. Pick up the phone, and I always say, if people, the bigger they are, the nicer they are to you. If people are nasty to you, it's their problem.
That's true.
You know,
a lot of damaged people in this world, whether they're famous or rich or not, they didn't work through their damage.
Yeah, and so there's no reason to be nasty. The people who really made it understand that they made it because people helped them.
Yes.
And I know that people are nice to me, and I always write back to people. I always answer them. If someone stops me in the street, I talk to them, because also once I got an offer to do a job, it was like, would you, like 10 years ago, would you audition to be the second pianist on a road company of a cabaret something? And I thought, do you know who I am? And then I thought, I don't know, I might need that job someday. Let me be nice. And I just said, I don't do that. I recommended someone who does. I was happy to get it. You never know.
The rejection makes us who we are too. And you know, you have to be a mensch to, you're a mensch. So do your next song.
Okay.